And that was a very nice clean kill from Glaive into the site. Bob's your uncle, the smokes are down, and the bomb is too. Can't really be contested. Sanji throws out a couple of MP9 bullets wildly into the smoke. 4 on 4.
It's going to be very late. Look how far away Kickit is.
He does like his late arrivals. Glaive's, or excuse me, Device is all too prepared for it. I forgot how influential these Kickit late flanks were. Even more so if they start losing more bodies on the site. Glaive falls. Magisk has a perfect angle. And at that loss,
save, yeah. Well, got exciting there for a second, right? It felt like they did enough to really force Astralis into that one, and they did, but it's just the fact that Glaive, and Glaive as an individual, we need to be given props right now. Let's see if Kickit can hold on to this. Oh, get himself an upgrade. 2 players just on the other side. I want to go over that magic little line, but Kickit will. Magisk goes down to the bomb, damage done to Zipex, but no kill just there. Now, it felt like they did enough saving onto those grenades, but as soon as Yikinda goes down without getting anything, Glaive takes all that space. It's difficult for Jame to operate with the AWP from the bank, and then they're isolated. So good start, but better finish from Astralis here, and now they're up to 8 rounds.
Like, the fact that Astralis overcome this casualty is testament to how powerful that T-side execute was. Just Glaive fighting Yikinda so quickly and so cleanly, lost a lot of its potency.
And these saved guns give them an opportunity to try and make a buy happen again. Buster can purchase in one more time. There can be a drop from Kickit over towards Sanji, so they can make this one work. Maybe they want to talk through the options of bringing out a double AWP. We've seen Buster do some AWPing duties before for VP. But yeah, this lead, it was 11-4 at half. They're yet to win a round. It's 4 straight here for Astralis in the second half. Magisk with a much better performance than what we've been seeing from him traditionally in 2021. Device, when he's actually in the thick of it, finding a lot of impact. Glaive, 7 assists, but his plays have been very, very influential, right? He's been taking space, taking risks. Those gambles have paid off. It's just crazy to see Jame this quiet. I was just taking a double check at the stats before this game, and I was pretty sure Jame was leaps and bounds above the rest of his team on a map play overpass. I'll double check that one a bit later. Let's get back underway here. Round number 20. And they did make the buy work. No secondary AWP for Buster.
Okay. Astralis on their streak. Yet to be silenced by Virtus Pro's defense. Yikinda's tested and has struggled into the second half. One of the top performers from the first. Does have a partner in crime this time in Jame. But Astralis with a different flavor.
Yeah, see, Astralis aren't giving up opportunities to get picked right now. They have 4 players, very similar to how VP was doing it, tucked in towards backyard, 1 dealing with the connector. They've done enough aggressive plays over towards Long and Party to make sure that they can't just push and get away with what they'd like. Oh, Glaive probably gets spotted on that jump from Sanji there, and you can see with that spam definitely was the case. So a little bit of information. But look at the setup on A right now. VP have 2 players over towards Long. If this is a B execute, 3 players were to defend, and Buster grabs 1. That was a quick shot.
Yeah, you have to get through Buster's short hold. He's got his angles ironed out, and he flattens too. Oh dear, 45. Clock starts to feel punishing. Smokes start to arrive. That is the last of them. And surging through it was Magisk. He's got put down. They can't find anything. Finally, Zipex puts 1 in the feed for them. No way out.
Yeah, I think this might just be a bit of a save call here from Astralis. The money's built up to a decent point. Dupree's the only one going to need a drop going into the next round. So yeah, holding on to this AWP with 20 seconds left might be the right call. And finally, VP, they grabbed themselves a CT-sided round here. So scoreline will be 12-8. It didn't even feel like they had to do anything too flash there to get that one.
Yeah, but just not going towards Buster's position seems to be the play.
He is having a good game, old Buster. Remember, in middle of last year, he took a bit of a break, right? He went out of the roster, he was inactive. That's when Yikinda came in. But it wasn't to replace Buster, it was just in lieu of that. And then obviously Adren, he's the one who got thrown aside. Buster comes back, and since then, this lineup has been building and building. And these are 2 huge kills. The fact that he pivots back, he's still got the awareness.
See you, nerd.
He doesn't have anybody, you know, from barrels needing to do the cover there. He does it all himself, so easy as you like. 12-8. Both teams, similar looking buys. Rifles for 4, AWPs for 1. Kits are out. Lots of utility here. VP are set up for success with this one. Okay, so it's not the 4-man B lean early out of VP. They've actually put Jame over towards Long straight away. Yikinda down towards Connector, and he's going to take a fight.
Oh, he's won it as well.
Oh.
Surely not a second. Through the flash and the spray, Dupree trades. Chance on Long. Device is posted up. Oh, what an easy shot to hit, and it lands straight into the toes of Jame. Device does punish. It's not enough for lethality, though. 2 hamstrung players, one on either side for the remainder of this round. A smoke monster from Buster done his lineups.
Oof, good nade. That's a lot of damage onto Kickit right there. And we can see Astralis are clamping down now too through the sewers up from Sandbag.
Oh, they all look like they're in limbo.
Device is joining him now as well. So 3 is still able to pivot, right? Because they maintain connector control. Oh, this is so clumsy.
Oh, the timing, and he peeks just in the nick of time. More damage. Glaive. Device burned away. They've taken such a beating here, Chad, and with 35 seconds, they're trying to pivot into Sanji.
Sanji's very passive with this bank line. This is... Still looks like Astralis haven't made up their mind. Looks like they're trying to play CIS Counter-Strike right now.
But it looks like VP aren't quite ready to work this out. There's no one to respond.
It's an A fake.
Okay. Pulls Buster. Convinced me. Knives are out. James might have to step up big here. Short, no, it's going to be Monster. Doubles up there. Bomb looks like it might be going short late.
They're through.
Already out. Oh, but a quick shot from Kickit. 8 seconds, that was the bomb
Kickit.
carrier. Awkward as hell. Glaive surely can't get it down unless Dupree can save him. He's punching in the digits. James can't contest. We play on. Glaive so close. Around the edge of the smoke is Sanji. Dupree would have to ace clutch. Not an easy task, not an easy feat. Tip of the head, and it's just the one. Buster very quick on the trigger, and Virtus Pro pull a 13th out of the hat.
They were big shots from Kickit there, right? Like, you were bang on. Nobody seemed to know what was going on in that round. It was back and forth, up and down, and then out of position, Kickit hits 2 bangers. That was some nice shooting. Yakinda doing a good job to destabilize as well. So the game plan that Astralis started going for late appears to be where Virtus Pro is starting, right? Fight for connector control, make things awkward, don't give them free space. Hit some absolute bangers, and that's all you need to get 13 rounds here.
Whew. That could have been a very telling round. Had they conceded that, overtime minimum, Astralis could have really ran away with it instead, though we can see that they are a little shaken. Going to be going back in 2 rounds in a row for the CTs, keeps the bank nurtured.
They have 1 timeout left after this one here, Astralis. So they've really chewed through these, and they're making this buy happen again. Glaive's been dropped across a UMP. Operating with very little here, Glaive. AKs for everybody else. I wonder if they're going to go for something a little bit more decisive off the bat, because Astralis, you know, back and forth in that nature, unable to stabilize right there. Early monster smoke. Pressure towards B again. Nothing given for free. You can see nade, spam. There's always something coming out from VP.
And we saw how effective Buster is in short. Not this time. Dupree, a crucial entry he's provided for his squad. It's one of the more celebrated scalps from the VP roster here on Overpass. Back through an underpass, door naded off for convenience. A 2-2 split of the remaining defensive setup. James on toilets, Yakinda back to back with him on long. What does the bomb being left there indicate?
That Astralis don't know where they want to end up right now. They're just going out on a fact-finding mission and using Glaive with that UMP, that lighter weapon, to take this space, and he's done exactly that. James is going to get swarmed on here any second. He has to hit some mad shots.
Oh my lord. Close quarters orbing, he's known for it. Will he do his due diligence?
What?
He flicks into Device, makes something out of that. My lord, he's got friction burns after that, but it does slow them down. Sanji and Kicker dig their heels in. Yakinda's going to have to do more than that. He's going to have to start swinging, windmilling his fists as they start, and he does isolate Glaives walking in. Shadow, flash is so good, but the spray, he overcomes the flashbang, slowing him down even further. He can't find another. That was asking too much. Bomb's loose, it's Dicebox side. They have to go round, bank, open.
8 seconds, 7 seconds.
It has to be planting. Kicker can't punish. Anyone can. Sanji maybe. The spray not far off. With 1 second on the clock, it's extended by the plant. Magic's gone long, he wins his duel, and that could be it. Last man is Sanji, no kit. Walking into the site now, but as every second passes away.
There's a kit on the bomb, and they're both away from the bomb right now.
Got a perfect line of sight for it. Kit there, yeah, he's just Not convinced.
No, both.
They don't have the info.
He knows what the other one is.
He does. Kit now found. He doesn't. Pros don't fake. Pros don't fake. Pros don't.
Sanji, you absolute madman.
What a cheeky maneuver.
What an absolute madman to go for that type of a play.
Ouch. Oh, bruised egos all round for the Danes. A 40 stolen. Robbery in the Katowice quarters.
Oh, and those stampeding steps as well. You could see they knew that. Jeez. That was a lifeline. Yukinda is the one that bailed them out, right? The fact he gets 2, that was really big stuff. This kill here from should have been Kickets. Should have been Kickets every day of the week. Megas coming around that corner. He didn't look ready for that kill. Oh, robbery right there, but impact from Sanji. He's got them a big round there. That's 14-8 right now. And yeah, Megas going to be kicking himself after that one.
NT's in the chat.
You know what that's facilitated by is that they have done their homework and they know Kick comes for those late flanks. If they can't get to truck and plant Optimus, they have to plant somewhere else safe. The only other place they could have planted was behind that dice box. So the tendencies of VP coming back to haunt Astralis here, because guess what? Kickit wasn't even the player to find the impact in that round. It was Sanji, facilitated by that plant, which comes off of Kickit's traditional play. So you're seeing how it's all connected.
And you can see how that clutch went from not winnable to winnable as soon as he heard steps coming towards him on the fake. He's like, wait. They don't know if I'm holding this. They really don't know.
Flipped the script right there, didn't he? Okay, well, a different look again from VP. This time they had 3 players over towards A at the start of things. Now just 2, and James searching with the AWP. He might even get a timing here.
This is brave stuff all around. Yukinda's actually trying to nutmeg his smoke. James does again find a frag. Smokes for the escape. Yukinda's expecting some funky maneuvers. Oh, he spots him and finds the frag as well.
Beating Glaive at his own game.
Every trick in the book. Good point.
Well, James knows this is a problem.
Oh, that's so clean from Dupree. 2 bursts. Eliminates the AWP, plucks him from the evasive jump. It's a consolation prize at this point, though. Looking set to secure a handful of map points here on their pick.
Cheeky jiggles here from Buster as well.
It's hard to knock him off that perch.
It's good info as well. So now they're well aware that there was one tucked in towards Sewer. Zipex, well, he's coming up from that connected position as well. And Yukinda, he has not dropped back.
Would need something out of Magisk here. Zipex has given him a chance, but he wasn't quite in time for the barrels. So Kickit finds another, and just in time, Yukinda stops that before it gets out of control. 15 VP.
They're doing it easily as well. This feels in some of these rounds that they're just obliterating Astralis here.
Well, they've had, you know, a year and a half to build the Scrudge.
Yeah, so we've seen so many different looks from VP and how they're approaching this, and yeah, it's very difficult. You see the frustration there for Device. We are moving into Train next. That was picked by Astralis. It'll be interesting to see how their map pool continues to develop as we get into the last round of, or potential last round of play here. It's going to be UMP, MAC-10, Deagle, Galil, and an AK. Everybody wielding something a little bit different from Astralis here. Looks like they almost just want to go for a B set piece. With whatever they have, give it a crack. No presence over towards A whatsoever.
Buster loves it. He wants to finish this one right now. Brute force. Can't control the spray. Just the one. A missed shot from James. Things starting to get a little sketchy now. Stabilized by the nades as they keep them at bay. Kicker, this could be a game changer. It is the bomb. They know exactly what you're up to now. Smoke will enable the retrieval. Heavy damage inflicted to 2 members of VP.
There's still 50 seconds left. Keep your eyes on Glaive and Device here. They're taking space, right? They knew that AWP was over towards that short position, and by doing so, they're pushing up. They know that it's unlikely James aggressive. And they're the ones here really just trying to put the hurt on Yukinda, who has no idea. He was just clearing bank.
He was. Oh, this should be Glaive's frag. He has to work hard for it. Yukinda's inflicted good damage, but A site's wide open for business.
Yeah, bomb's
Expect to see the plant.
Do they go for this? It's not really worth it for VP to go for a round like this. Their money hasn't built up. They don't have a bank balance. They may as well save. And they will. So this is the deal, right? VP not taking any unnecessary risks throughout this game, right? Right here, you could say 3v3, or they probably know that Glaive's a little bit low. It could be worth a shot, but they know that they just need this one more round to take map number 1.
Yeah, I mean, there's no need to overcomplicate it or go for the star points. I mean, this style of play has got them this far. A lead this large, where you can have the luxury of just saying, not the one for us, guys.
The only game that VP lost within the main group stage was to Na'Vi, and then before that in the play-ins, they lost a game to NIP. Those are the only 2 series that VP have lost in their run so far. Astralis obviously losing to Spirit in that upper bracket final. If they'd won that one, they would have been on the other side of the bracket in the semis. Unfortunately, that's why we do see Astralis and Na'Vi, who have now been eliminated, having to start in the quarters. They flubbed their games, right? They tripped over themselves. Here's Kikit's little Houdini moment. Through the smoke he comes. Zipex goes down. And they've been having quite the duel, those two, right? Kikit is a B anchor on both sides, and same for Zipex. They've been biffing each other here, there, and everywhere. I love the way that Zipex rages. I've been seeing it on the cams. I'd be much more throwing my arms over. It keeps it quite tight.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, keeps his arms inside the vehicle as he rages.
2 Deagles behind these saved guns. And invested Deagles as well.
Trying to fill that AWP role with something a little different, maybe for the long take and duel. So I imagine a good component of making this difficult for VP would be forcing Yakinda to ask for help. And when you've only got a Deagle and you have to hold long and toilets, that's one way to do it. He's got the info. He's fired off a shot to slow him down, and now surely he calls for some sort of backup. Yeah,
they might think better of going through the bathrooms looking for him against a Deagle. We know the 2 bullets to the belly's become more and more potent. James actually going to rotate over with that AWP, so we'll alleviate a little bit of pressure here. Utility now being thrown out. And Astralis still don't have a set plan of where they want to end. As I mentioned, Zipex still babysitting B, bomb still down towards T-spawn. Just combing across the map here with a minute on the clock. And now James, is he going to start searching forward? Because this could unravel the default that's happened so far. Divider molly, bathroom smoke. 45 seconds now. Still a lot of utility left over from VP, and they're heavy rotating B. This is the wrong gamble.
Yeah, they've gambled incorrectly. Pulled the lever. I think it might be time to go for a walk.
And look, if the bomb goes down on A, they're just going to 5-man save. Maybe the Deagles hang around, see if they can grab an exit. I wonder if there's anything that would make Astralis second guess this. Definitely not with that connector molly. On towards A they go. 20 seconds left, a free bomb site. We've seen a bit of this throughout. And yeah, VP will just call the save here. And that's the thing with those 50-50 moments, right? You make the call, you know that you're operating at a disadvantage, you take that risk. I like that they're taking the risks now, before it gets too desperate. When we're looking at the 15-13 scoreline and then they gamble stacking like that, we're all going to sit here, scratch our head and go, well, why are you taking that risk this late? They're doing it early. They have a bunch of chances to close this out. They can still throw in CT side aggression. They can go for a couple of plays. We'll start getting sweaty brows eventually, because Astralis, they probably have been in this situation many a time, right? But for VP to be able to convert map number 1, in what has been a relatively dominant fashion so far, and considering the flubs of nades that we caught in that first half, couldn't be asking for a better start to the day. Well, end of the day.
There it is. Unicorn round. Not a single person goes down.
Been a while since we've had one of them.
Walking into that wide open site. And it's about this point when then Astralis realized, as he pre-fired the corner,
no one's home.
Okay.
All right, they're saving. Yeah, so about that one. Not one of the most exciting rounds. Maybe if you're an Astralis fan and they're clawing this one back. Saved Eagles again.
One more go.
Have they dropped the guns across to different players for this one?
It's not far from the truth.
Sanji just had an M4 and now he's only got a Deagle. I'm pretty sure it was Buster and Yakinda with the Deagles last round.
Definitely can't fault them for putting it on Buster for the B defense, and at this point, they've got early info, early warning system in the form of Jame and Yakinda. Underpass lockdown. Ooh, audio for Buster. He's actually been put in a prime position to punish. How's Glaive's pre-aim on this boost? Ooh, didn't quite manage to knock Buster off, but it wasn't far off. Loud, very loud. This could be punishing. Yakinda's
watching,
being baited in. And the steps are enough to lull Device into that grey screen walk. Boosting now. Is Yakinda surely going to get caught off guard by that if he was to turn the corner? He does tuck in. He's playing a conservative game here.
James gone back to B. Yakinda's the only one here.
Oh my lord, he needs at least a double. They're going to surge forward. If they don't check him, he's got the likelihood of this multi-kill really does increase. It's Magisk, and he does find it. Surely he's paranoid. Oh, what an adjustment. Oh, he takes the third.
Close to the ace.
I think he might as well. 4 down. It is Astralis whimpering out of overpass. VP picked this and prove. Bit of a gap. Sclave digs himself out of trouble. Stops the ace. But VP with 20 seconds left, this one is practically a done deal. This quarterfinal's competitive, folks. Astralis versus Virtus Pro. To the Polar Bears.
I want to focus in on this. around here because there's a bit of utility being purchased in from Astralis. It's going to be a smoke and a molly for Zipex, smoke and 2 flashes for Glaive, and straight towards the B bomb site they're going to trundle. Very noisy Magisk. Jamie's going to think better at peeking out high ramp. Those Glock bullets just enough to scare him away. Kick it up close and personal in Pop Dog, and James, he is under pressure.
Yeah, I think that might be enough for him for now. Does silently descend.
Doesn't have a rotator, of course it's enough.
That's plenty. Kick it, Pop for response. Does have the flashbang drawn, so they will be looking to descend this ramp. James the only one there to respond, so this is a good call.
Playing retake.
Hoping to catch any of their late upper arrivals, but Zipex is not peppered.
They're close connected with the Glocks. This is ideal.
They are through. Half the hard work is done now, and the bomb will be planted. So this retake, Buster's the one delivering the kit and the smoke. Gonna need to start seeing some bloodshed now. Every second that ticks favors Astralis. Kick it, an armored CZ for this hall's clear. And we do see the first exchanges going back and forth. Magisk advancing, that's the kit and the smoke. Knock Buster down. You've got a good, solid conversion from Astralis. Good shooting from Buster, but he's lost all of his compatriots. Just a matter of time. 3 for Dupree. We do see Astralis 1-0.
Yeah, I can see the world that we're painting right there. They get close to the bomb train. Buster has the smoke. He drops it. They defuse. You get Kicker coming late through the box halls. Yeah, but it's not to be. Now, with you mentioning Astralis picking this one, out of the last 7, this would be the 8th. We'll talk about this one in a second. But the last 7, Astralis have only picked this map twice. And the 2 times they picked it, they lost it both times. One was to Spirit, and one was back when they had Esatag on the roster. That was versus Heroic. I think that was like DreamHack Open Fall last year. So we don't normally see Astralis pick this map. And when they do, they've been losing it in recent history. Interesting to see that they're continuing forward with this one. As the force buy for VP comes on out. Different to Overpass. On Overpass, they took the full eco. This time, they're straight in with the Scout and Deagles.
It's certainly a map that can favor a bit more funky CT maneuvers. T's have got a lot of due diligence to do to stop any CT pushes for info. Ivy being one very good example of that. So they do pull the smoke out. Magisk forcing all of that util and attention.
Working with a couple more smokes here, 3 in total. Looks like harassment down towards Pop Dog, and Sanji, he's on his lonesome here.
So he's going to get mollied and naded.
Yeah, they're going to lock him in. Glass gets broken, Molly comes through, and Sanji, you're in trouble.
Locked in. Catches one. And Dupree clears out main. That's a lot of work for Sanji now. Smoke does buy him time. Can call it clear for now. Kick it rotating in from the inner side.
Yeah, very passive stuff here from Astralis. So you can see they haven't really worked with any ground. They're just tucked in waiting for pushes across the map. With Magisk going so late, Ivy, it looks like he's fully committed to that server position.
Device is even lining up some smoke now, maybe for Z. Okay, Sanji gets some info.
Cheeky boy.
30 seconds, just pokes his head up like a little groundhog.
All 4 players from VP are out on yard.
Okay, 25, here we go, Astralis. Oh, when James had to hit something like that now, he can find another. Tags up Glaive on the jump. Oh! Converts both with the sidearms. 5-7s and Deagles fill the feed. 15 seconds, you know Magisk was around that Ivy area. Still catching a timing and catching the spray. Double headshot, no! Where's the bomb? 5-4, he's got it down in time. That spray from the MAC-10 could have been enough to rock the boat back in Astralis' favor.
Magisk already cleared Ivy, so there's timing here for Buster.
It's not easy to hit that, Chad. Gets even more difficult for Buster now. Magisk, he's done a lot of the heavy lifting. Despite being Ivy, you saw James just take a cursory glance towards green, but the timing favored him through the smoke. Now Buster's really been dealt a dud hand here. What are you supposed to do?
Yeah, he's not going to clear Magisk over towards Connector here. This is such a tough round to win. This should be Astralis' second.
Even got a molly. Don't need it. That's another that's a third for Magisk.
Yeah, impact from these two, right? We were noting some of the impact from Magisk within that first half, and then Device as well when the kills came his way. But this one got very dicey. Buster was actually using the smoke on the train as a one-way. So he gets one of the other kills as they're coming out Pop here. You can see him in the X-ray just up and over that train, and this is the impact. If Magisk doesn't get those 2 kills, there's no way to get the player out of main towards the bomb train, and that's the round done and dusted. So it got dicey, but they survived. 2-0 now for Astralis, and the buy comes back out. Eco for VP this time round, and a Zeus in the hands of James.
Tasty. Nearly 2.
Oh.
But kick it. Should have been knocked down. He's actually been able to take Device down and out, keeping that Deagle alive, making it slightly more justifiable. We do still see the Zeus on James. Will we see any electrocution today? Ooh, Glaive could lose everything, and he does. Buster's USP does damage. James hoping someone gets greedy. 3-0 conversion and maintenance of all of those AK-47s. As long as they don't lose Zipex, they'll be able to retrieve the lost Galil on Glaive.
Yeah, he's having a bit of a gander for that one now, just making sure the push isn't coming on through. But James just hoping somebody pushes, and he might be able to use that Zeus. All in all, considering what they went into that round with, VP shouldn't be too upset with 2 kills. They kept it costly on that first 4 spy rounds, and 2 more on this one. James will be able to get that AWP out next round. I'm surprised how long in the first half of Overpass he operated without an AWP, and it was seemingly by choice. Seeing him now, desperate moments. Can he get anything at all? A Deagle. Oh, UMP, he's being hunted. If he gets another kill, this is great.
Something. Oh, not far off. Makes it a little more scary for dupreeh on the close, but he does convert. So 3-4 Astralis off the break. You can see this one did get a little bit more costly than they would have hoped. Buster does well into Glaive, and they already got one early as well.
Double AWPs immediately is the response here from VP. Buster has bought one alongside of James, both operating with low utility.
All their pennies into the center of the table.
Buster's rifling force on that first map, as you rightly pointed out, was huge. So hopefully they don't lose any of that impact now that he's got the big green out. Lots of flashes over just to keep them honest. Device searching for a kill. He might get a chance. He does. Device onto Buster, immediately taken out.
Yeah, that's gone floppy. No fun for Yakinda either. 0 frags for him. dupreeh's heading on back to spawn for a bomb retrieval mission.
Yeah, we don't have any Mickey Mouse sound cues in our game that tell us you need to pick it up. So they got to work that one out themselves.
Kiket's alone on B.
Oh, look at this position.
It's not bad. It could find Device, but he's got so many difficulties. Yeah, Z's completely negated. It's all on him. And he will find one. Nearly a second. Device does adjust nicely. Sanji found a very crucial frag. That's enabling perhaps play for the retake. Bomb not down yet. dupreeh considering it. Plant's safe. Sanji's the only one contesting here. He's desperately trying to stop the advance. Oh, just as he evades the flash. dupreeh's done a solid shift already for Astralis in these opening rounds.
Looks like Yakinda is clearing the way for James to save. So the rifle going first, even gets the second AWP, and they're going to be able to save that over towards Ivy. It all started with Device's opening. So just simple as that, right? You're operating with that 4v5 disadvantage on VP. Kiket's position, you don't see that very often whatsoever. And one of the reasons that you don't is because if players come out high ramp and low ramp at the same time, you're screwed, right? You're stuck there in the middle, you stand out like a sore thumb, you get wrecked. Now this time, he was able to get away with a little bit of impact. If he didn't turn away, maybe even gets the double. But now Astralis 4-0, and this is what we were expecting. Double AWPs are saved. It's likely if you save 2 AWPs, you're going to buy behind this, right? You drop some guns across, you get it all going, you keep the fans and the fan cams happy at home. If you want to join in, IEM.gg/fancam. Now, what's VP's buy going to look like here? Because, like I said, they will be able to drop some guns across. They will be able to make this one work. Device can even pick up his AWP. So currently 3 going into round number 5. M4s and Famis's utility's good. Kick it onto a kit. So we do have another gun round facilitated by those saves. Magisk.
Oh, I'm seeing some pace behind Magisk. He's gone straight out. And he hears James and executes him so effortlessly. Buster, a crucial trade, but they're out. Looks like they wanted to contest. Glaive does tuck back into main. Yakinda confirms it's empty. And on the jiggle, Kiket feels like a bit of a twat.
Should be the save again already.
Yeah, just like that.
I hate that I'm saying that, but that's the case, right? We've seen just how much VP saved.
And to go down like that as well when you're on the jiggle with your nade in your hand, like that's supposed to be your safe haven. You saw how effective it was from Kiket on Overpass. That T-side jiggle on Monster, how rehearsed it was to avoid situations like this where you can't even make the call. You just have to say, they're probably in B.
Yeah, that's the thing. When you play that style, if you go down, they're already going to be flooded into the site. So your rotators have to be on high alert. As you come through, need to be flashing for each other, need to drop your own utility. And it's better off with the 2 AWPs, which they lost the opening on again, right? Just to save. And they're going to get away with it one more time. So there will be another
I don't see you Device getting that frag ever again, though. I mean, they're going to be locking that one down. The Brown Halls once again converts. That's Astralis into the inner sight. Second time we've seen the bomb explode there.
It's interesting they sent him towards B, right? Normally you see the AWP searching towards Ivy or out main. Maybe if you need even get down pop, but it seemed like he was searching just for that kill. So 5-0. Loss bonus maxed on out for VP. They can continue to drop and make this one work. So another threatening buy. This is the thing. Astralis are now having to do this against gun round after gun round after gun round. At some point, the gear will shift, right? You're having a look. Zipex has 7.7k. As soon as the bank for the rest of his teammates gets up around a similar point, they will start hunting in those scenarios because you don't need to allow VP to hold on to it when your bank has been built. Back out we go.
Right, I mean, to get off to a 5-0 start on the T side of train, I think there's a lot of sighs of relief across Copenhagen. Oh dear. Heavy scrutiny for Magisk. Does get a smoke to relocate. Yakinda wants to push the issue.
Of course he does.
They might boost over that. Interesting. Oh, on the noggin! Down goes Magisk, and the spray's not far off on dupreeh either. That is a very big wrench into the Astralis machine. What are you supposed to do now? You've lost 2. Either side of the map. More incendiaries arriving. You can't even get back without Buster. He was posted up on that line. Looks like he still will fill that void. He's got responsibilities at Ivy as well.
Yeah, no room is a problem. And wow, Yakinda's even going forward again.
Looking good. Device trades, a crucial one. Oh, and Sanji. The pressure was coming in. The timing doesn't favor Device, but his aim does. Quick dispatch of another. Flank from Kickit, 2 ahead of him. They peek on the sound cues? No.
He's isolated 2 of them here.
Smoke's perfect for him to work some magic.
He's really got to worry about this pop flank, though. Oh, he's going through it.
James holding. He's not. Just slid the gap. Woo. Goes for the ambitious play, and it is going to enable VP to put their very first on the board. So aggression perhaps is the answer.
Yeah, well, this boost right here, how much HP was Magisk on before that nade dunked down his throat? Because that was over 50 damage done to dupreeh with the nade. I'm not sure what HP Magisk was on before that one was dunked on in, but good stuff. Device had an opportunity in this one, right? When you're last alive with the AWP, going for a bit of a play. AWP will be back out. Still 3 of them remain. AK's looking good as well.
Ooh, all right then. See his workflow there, and early damage caught by Zip.
James already towards B as well, so maybe preempting this one here, Virtus Pro. 2 players tucked in, another one coming close as Yakinda also rotates over towards the B bomb side. That's just going to leave a lot of pressure on Buster.
Okay. So an early lean, I understand why. The issue is these potential late main walks. Buster's going to have to deal with Magisk and the Astralis boys out main, led by Glaive. Sanji's responsible for now. Does have that support. Good catch from Jakey. No one steps a toe out of line. Magisk reveals his information. Conveys there's nobody giving him anything. That molly's going to make things awkward for Sanji. It's not a fight Device wants to take, that's for sure. 40 seconds, they're in. And that goes the bomb. Buster's makes the call. Glaive trying to find space. He finds Yakinda. Sanji lingers in the smoke. This could be the end. They've walked straight past him. Is Device going to accept it as clear? And Sanji just reveals himself. That's the end of that. Locked down. Flawless conversion from VP.
I'm really confused at Astralis' T side just there. I understand they were trying to take space and there's only 30 seconds left on the clock, but nobody could get down pop because of Sanji being an absolute nuisance. They couldn't push out. They didn't want to risk.
Look at that! Device has just got to turn his head on a swivel.
What on earth?
No chance to solve that one.
Look how weird from Device's POV is right now. I'm probably more interested in. What is he looking at?
Probably one screaming bomb train.
A bit of smile on his face there, Sanji. All right, that was very perplexed. Astralis don't usually look so disorganized in these late rounds. This is unusual to see from these guys. Overpass was similar scenes, running into each other late. Here they weren't going as a unit, one at a time. There wasn't really any smokes down. The AWPs were able just to operate as they liked. Probably a good time to be taking a bit of a timeout here. Might just be pistol upgrades for Astralis. The money's not great. Magisk top end with 4.3. Down the bottom, Device with 1.9, the life of an AWPer. Double AWPs will remain for VP, and it is just going to be a partial investment here, so not shoving all their chips into the middle of the table, just a couple, as we've got some flashbangs to work with. So trying to facilitate this deagle of dupreeh would be where I'd be looking. Flash for him, try and get him to take some fights. Zipex is even taking space.
Yeah, I wonder how long he'll be able to maintain it. Too easy for you, Kinder.
KicKit.
Tries to give them something, but I don't think he wanted to give them an M4.
They'll beat them in the site. They can even plant.
They're going to get a plant out of this. Saying that with bated breath, tight line held, and just in time he ducks his head in. Bomb down. Astralis happy with that. And more. That KicKit M4 fills the feed one final time. Glaive just still being a nuisance despite catching an AWP bullet earlier. And there should be a formality at this point, but lingering in the smoke, perhaps a chance for a timing. It is just going to be Magisk and not going to be.
Jeez, that would have been quite the clutch with the Glock there.
I just saw a world where it's like a dink, runs away, nades it, didn't account for it. Awkwardness ensues. I don't know. No real parallel universe I can concoct.
That was pretty good with what they went in with. Zipex did a good job on the fake there, keeping a couple busy. Glaive doing the same thing, being an absolute nuisance over there towards Ivy. So bomb down, mission accomplished. Astralis with the extra cash coming into the bank balance.
KicKit definitely willing to lay his life on the line for that information. Wasn't probably expecting to see so many just around the corner.
Had some brutal deaths so far, hasn't he?
He has. Not so punishing this time. Glaive's out. Straight out to Olof. Sometimes we see late util to retake control. Oh, and he was ready for the angle. Sanji tried to elevate for a tough fight, but the Z-axis, all too easy for Glaive. And he's got away completely scar-free.
VP are ready for this right now. They still have 2 players towards B. James just repositioned.
So much util. He does manage to drop the first with his AWP alone. KicKit in support, nearly the second. Makes Zipex work incredibly hard for it. James going to get utility thrown his way, looking for a safe spot, safe re-peek, and he's just tucked into the bomb in time.
Slick moves.
He can go over this. Good movement. Can't quite walk the tightrope, or chooses not to. Knows one's on the site, responsible for the plant. 3-on-3. Yakinda's late, as is Buster. Jame buying time to see if his teammates can find anything. It's Buster's flash to start the ignition. One upper. Incendiaries towards Zipex. It has missed. It's actually gone to Jame. Awkward, but Zipex goes down nonetheless.
Jame has the smoke.
They can smoke and kit. They've got it all. The molly's not going to be enough. They have to contest it with bullets. 3 seconds. Glaive can't contest it unless he sprays the first just off the angle. And another one in the smoke. VP had a second defuse to their list of quarter-final plays. 4 for VP.
Nice one there. That got very, very dicey for a second. You could see what was planned, right? You were bang on. The flash facilitates Yakinda. He steps out connector. Buster, Molotov's below that low ramp train. That flushes them into the line of sight, or Jame or Yakinda. They flub that molly and still able to pick up the round. So I really want to go back and count just how many nades these guys have missed. Still making it work, though.
Yeah, and you can see the angle that Jame opted for is for the anti-ramp spray. Had his teammates to count on them from upper.
Oh, yard fake with lots of players back towards box halls quickly here.
If Jame continues to walk, yeah, this could be interesting. Sanji's nade could be destined for greatness. It's a little shy of the mark. But Astralis, they've got some pep in their step, dude. They want to go quick. KicKit's alone. Isolated if they catch a timing here. It looks like the call's been made. Look at that.
They're in time to watch high ramp.
Just in the nick of time before the pins are pulled. KicKit's got backup. The cavalry has well and truly arrived. Here they come. Jame tries to hit the jump shot, didn't quite land the mantle. Dupree catches some flack, and a 1-for-1. Looking good for Astralis. Space taken. Utility deployed. And the bomb planted. Yakinda. Glaive was holding for him, and the spray control is just there. Hard to control, hard to master. He's done it. One knocked off the perch on sight. That's a big frag from Sanji. Zipex is on an island now, unless Glaive can bail him out. They're both there. And Sanji's found another.
He's through.
Looking good. Multiple targets, but Buster, as the smoke fades, fills the feed one final time. 5. VP stringing together some retakes here. The bombs have been going down. That's 3 rounds in a row.
Well, they were lucky with that rotation time right there. And I want to go back to the Astralis game versus Spirit just the other day. Spirit had this bailout execute that we saw them using earlier in the tournament, and Astralis stifled it with one simple smoke. Well, here on this execute, the same thing was done for VP. They're aware they want to push that highway position up towards connector, close down the gap, take away the space for the rotation. All you have to do on the CT side, drop a smoke of your own. Just force them to stand and wait behind it. They don't want to run through that gray screen, and they're just whittling them down one at a time. They seem to have buckets worth of utility left as well. Mollies, flashes, smokes for these retakes. Good game plan so far from VP, 5-5.
Oh, that's a big frag early. They've lost their Ivy hold. To fill the gap is Sanji. Playing it off spawns a little, it seems. Yukinda and Sanji just floating between the two responsibilities.
I have a feeling Yukinda's going to get flashed in here. This just seems like something he wants to do.
They'd be staring right at it.
Okay, I thought he might go for a bit of an equalizer right there.
Jame will ward off any advance from Astralis into halls.
They know where their AWP is now.
Cut the tension by a knife as points of contact continue to be floated around. And don't forget, the CTs are still stomaching the loss of Buster very early into the piece. Device catching that Ivy AWP.
Looks like they're going for a retake B setup again. You can see how passive Jame is on the radar in your top left, just threw out a smoke towards low ramp. But this fight towards Ivy, it's another big duel. Are they going down pop? It still feels like Astralis haven't completely made up their mind just yet.
Sanji's been holding this religiously. And Magis can't adjust in time.
4v4 now.
He'll take that any day, and there's no pressure elsewhere. What do you do? Jame surely has the cross. Just in the nick of time. The util's going to be very telling here. If they go dry, Jame just has to hit the shot, just has to hit this one. And he has. Zipex does fall, but that wasn't the bomb. Nice work from Glaive. Baited in by Zipex. Bomb can be planted. Room to play, room to maneuver. Sanji's advanced a little ahead of the pack, though. Could have the element of surprise. Kickett's caught one in the halls, and now it's all onto one. More impact from Sanji. 11 frags to his name. Triple kill on the retake. And VP playing for the retake just looks effortless. That's 4.
Yeah, and the reason I say he just needs 1 there is because he's containing how many players cross to the site. You get to that kill, only 1 player can cross. That means they don't have to worry about oil on this retake. And they started with the opening again. Astralis have had a bunch of rounds where they found the opening. Low ramp, Devices had a couple of openings. You've obviously had Magisk in the mix as well when he pushed out, killing Jame that 1 round. But they're just able to use this space so well. Their communication must be on point right now because they never look like they don't know what's going on. And that's really important as it forces Astralis to take another timeout. Now, this has been quite the slew of rounds. 6 on the trot. It was a great opening. Astralis happy with 5, I would say, on the half. But if they can get anything more, they should be jumping up and down for it. And VP being able to come back from this, Sanji being the highest fragger.
Hell yeah. And he's been doing so much of the grunt work. Into the side. This was the previous defuse. You can see that the angle of that defuse from Jame, and this was more impact from Sanji. This is not the round prior. Just more and more Sanji spectacles. He's been dealing with Ivy, dealing with Pop. This is the multi-kill to put the 6th on the board.
Loving it. Nice little frag highlights there from Sanji. You don't always see those.
Sanji frag movie. We're only 11 rounds into our 12th now. Standard maneuvers.
Look at these two. They want main control for sure this time round. They can even do this dry. They don't have to drop smokes or flashes because of the elevation of the train. So the 2-man, actually 3-man push if you consider the AWPer, and they've taken space free.
Oh, not so free anymore.
Wow.
Free holding it way back. Punishes the look. They'd flashed in by his teammate, just wasn't enough. Now on the retreat is Device. Buster's there to punish. Oh, you play it to perfection. He threw all of the util just to get himself out of dodge.
They have Ivy and T-main control, right? 2 key parts of the map right now, and a retake B-bomb side again. Yeah. You can have it, Astralis. They're happy to retake.
I don't know how they make it look so easy, and Sanji's got another.
He's having a mad one.
Impact frags all over the place. And yet to plant, Kickett's happily lurking here. There's one walking through Z. That could be a gap.
Hello.
That's the bomb confirmed, still on the inner sight. Too much space. Astralis don't know what to do with it. That's a punishing frag, though. They've taken down Sanji. 2 in the Z. Buster, util thrown at his location. And there you have it. Glaive's head on a swivel. Slinking his way behind enemy lines to find Astralis another round.
Stressful situations for Astralis, right? We can just see how these fights, they're unraveling. They're all across the map. Main pushes, Ivy fights, and then they get that space. Glaive has had to take a lot of risks, or maybe not a lot of risks. He's had to make a lot of plays in this game, right? I think Overpass as well. He had a lot of assists, but he was taking a lot of space. Making a lot of space is this Buster shot again. Playing ahead of that utility, so he's not denied the space. It even gets the kill. This shot from Sanji was nice, but Glaive is the one that I want to focus on here. Look how pushed up he is. Sanji has no idea this is possible. They know they're playing retake, but Glaive is the in-game leader. He's going to take more of these risks, right? As an in-game leader, you tend to be able to not have to tell your teammates what to do. It's better if you can just go do it yourself, because they're clearly playing this retake style towards the inner site, and you have to punish it some way. There's one way it's been punished. So now, this is where VP, how do you mix it up? Do you send an AWP towards that B bomb site? Do you try and pick high ramp? Do you see if you're able to punish them so they can't go for those type of late walk-in plays? 6-6. The desk was talking about some aggression out of VP, like what we saw from Gambit. We've seen it. It's helped them a few times. It's fallen apart on other occasions, but the guns are still out. Not the double AWP this time. Buster will be operating with a rifle, up close and personal into Pop, and lots of pressure on Kick It early. He's on an island right now.
Yeah, gun drawn, scared to pull the pin. Does drop it in time. They're coming upper. Perfect pre-aim. Needs a second. Glaive's got space. Even keel again, 4v4, but not an even set of circumstance. Bombs planted already. Sanji smoked off. This doesn't look favorable at all. They've pulled it off before. They've denied expectations before. It just takes one to kick down the door. Where do they go? Flash is available by the boatload. There's the first to fall. Now the tower starts to wobble. dupreeh next on the plate. Great late flashes. Xyp9x now vulnerable, multiple targets, multiple areas to worry about. Smokes on the bomb, they've got enough time. The molly's not going to save you.
Got the AWP.
And James just staring at him. Does shut him down, needs to knock him off the bomb, and another round for VP. It just always looks so difficult to break down that retake, but every time there's someone finds that first frag.
There is one detail of that round that we missed as part of that retake, and that is the player in Pop. I believe it was Buster. He threw a nade up Pop. That kept Device above Pop and watching behind T-Main for the entire round. Buster went all the way back through connector. Device could have no impact whatsoever as they retook that site 4v3 because Device was out of the picture. He had to watch the flank.
So sly. Evades the flash, maybe that peek. Oof, James taking a chunk out of Device. Can't land the punish nade. The wallbang's not far off, is it? Sanji, 1-3-3-7 indeed. 13 kills, 7 deaths, nades flying into his face. Yakinda trying to evasively hold main. The spray through the smoke, that's quite a way to announce your presence. Xyp9x has taken down the Kingslayer.
Nice smoke to make space. One in exchange here from Yakinda. He's just standing and fighting right now. They want to biff this one. Not afraid of the individuals on Astralis here and just continuing to search and be an absolute nuisance. Will be 2 players stuck on that B bomb side again. VP do not want to allow them to push up and go aggressive towards connector this time. And the fact that they're defending Yard in a 2-2 setup, no worries whatsoever. This is interesting. They're even rotating another man over. So the wrong call, the wrong gamble has been made from VP early. Still 45 seconds left. Eyes will be on Yakinda. Oh, they smoked him off.
Yeah, he's ahead of it, and oh my lord! He's out. Knocked down by dupreeh. 2 out mains, the core. Bomb scooped up now by Xyp9x as he looks to join them on this Yard finish. Glaive's already on the bomb train, and seems like VP more than happy to have one final bite into the 15th.
Yeah, I was about to get, should I ruin it? Should I spoil it? They're saving. Now, this is where they want to win the half with the 8-7. And to do so, their money, it's been whittled down. God, it's a 2014 Titan sticker. That one's worth a bit, huh? Someone was telling me that dupreeh's operating with an expensive AK. Was that you? Yeah,
it was. I saw some people nerding out over the specifics of his case hardened. It's a blue gem, you know, the float, a unique float that makes it all blue.
Okay.
And it's Titan Hollows 2014 edition. It's a massive flex. Like, he's walking in like bejeweled, bedazzled, covered in diamonds Gucci slides.
Okay, so he's got like the grills. Is that what the kids are wearing?
He's got grills. Yep. He's probably got a couple of face tats, and his SoundCloud is of dropping next year.
Okay, all right. At least we've been able to know where dupreeh's career is going after all this. 7-7. Guns saved. Guns dropped. And this is Xyp9x just in the smoke. So this is gray screened. I don't know how else to put it. He's very lucky to get that one. You can see here. Sanji just blind, no idea what's going on.
Buster does very well to handle the hunt here. Keeps hold of everything he needs and sends a couple more back to the Stone Age. So not too shabby. 7-7, our final round of play.
Just a quick little tech issue here. We'll get this one out of the way in no time. As we'll just fly you through train here. Listen to those beautiful train horns, guys. Oh, music to my ears.
Are you anti-pigeon, Chad?
Anti-pigeon?
I feel like everyone just, you know, thinks it's cool to chat smack about pigeons.
I would say that the rats are the bird
Oh,
world.
you see, this is what I'm saying. Like, I know it's not an original statement anymore. We just like to say it because...
But they are. They're a bit vermin-y.
How many rats do you see roaming around on a daily basis?
Well, not very many. They also don't fly.
No. So is it the visibility of the rats that equates them to that of the winged variety?
That's a good point.
Because I mean, it's not like I'm always seeing them and they're always just not really bothering me and just hanging out. Because like if rats were hanging out to the state that pigeons are, I'd be pretty freaked out. You know, I mean, like just hanging out by the fountain, everyone's sitting, just letting the rats eat their crumbs. Like that would be a different world. It's not a rat with wings.
Maybe we can get Smooya on the line and see what he thinks.
Yeah, well, I'll talk to the king. You know, a rat king's a real thing.
Is it?
Yeah, when loads of rats hang out and their tails get all knotted, they become like this weird kind of creature with its own brain. Like they all start to move in unison with their tail.
Rick and Morty episode?
No, that's a real thing.
All right, that's
Rat
kind of
kings.
scared me a bit.
More scary than Smooya. Let's get into it. Looks like we do have Sanji back in the server and we are ready to rock and or roll. If you just joined us, don't worry. More Counter-Strike around the corner. We've already had one quarterfinal. And this one, perhaps even heating up into a third, should we see Astralis convert train. Admittedly, Chad has outlined that the last two train picks we've seen from Astralis have not been converted in their favor as we take a walk down the...
Oh, don't show that.
Show the naughty
We didn't finish
stuff.
that bit yet. All right, guys, I can tell you, as a matter of fact, we are ready to go. So the tech issue, it has been solved, and we'll get this one back underway here. Winner of this goes on to play Liquid tomorrow.
Ooh.
Now, if you're an Astralis fan, you know that they tend to get the better at Liquid. If you're a VP
There's a little
fan,
bit of history there.
yeah, it might be a bit of a news story being written. 9 seconds left, and away we go. Oh, no, never mind. I lied to everybody.
You see, Chad?
Well, they were typing a lot in chat.
We've both done it.
Have
We've
fun.
both done it. I thought it was GLHF time as well.
All right, let's see. Maybe we get it this time round. Have another crack at it. Third time's the charm. Everyone's readied up.
It's always a good sign.
Guns are being dropped. The admin is ready. And that means we're ready. Okay, enough false starts here today. Who's going to come out on top of this half here? VP, they've clawed back into this. It was a 5-0 start to kick things off. 6 on the trot, and then back and forth for the last couple. James been kept relatively quiet, only 5 for him. That's the AWP in the final round of play here. Utility up and over the top. No real intent behind it as Sanji scurries all the way up into Pop Dog again. Device going for that B pick. Molotov towards Tyrant, but Magus actually has a bit of pep in his step.
Yeah, he hasn't gone for this before. He might go and try and, yeah, okay, he baits it, walks through. Buster, prepared, but not quite enough. 2 Astralis frags onto both main and Ivy aggressors. Getting a bit hot, getting a bit steamy. Sanji tries to bail himself out.
They've completely left B here, VP. They've stacked towards Yard, and right now it's looking like it could be an okay call, but with the minute 10 left on the clock, so much time for Astralis to work this one out. What's Glaive going to decide they want to finish with? Simple stuff. If you just regroup and trade out as a team, likely to pick up a round like this.
There should be no way back in.
Yeah, if you... Oh, okay. This could be a risky maneuver. If Sanji keeps going up, he might catch a bit of a timing here. Oh my God,
Catches
Sanji.
Dupree! Just the tip of his head was enough of a cue. Zipex feels a little hot under the collar now.
Sanji.
Not bad damage on his way out. James working with that info, still paranoid of the Magisk crawl. He knows it's a possibility. And Magisk arrives just in the nick of time. Only kick it then. Looks like Astralis trying to back up their map pick. He does weather a lot of damage through the Molotov. The element of surprise with this angle though. Might catch someone on a re-aggress. Device will check it. Can't adjust. So, 8 for Astralis, 7 VP. Close as can be.
Our spirits never die. Blinded as we push through the darkest nights, I'll be there by your side. We arise. Everything's breaking. Our souls will awaken. Our spirits never die.
One of the things that I think Virtus.pro has as a weakness is that I think with the right preparation and the right idea to approach the game, I think you can find gaps in their game. Obviously, you can do that with every other team, but I believe that with the right proper preparation that we are probably well known for in Astralis, I definitely say that we have a really strong card to play against them and have a really good time to actually figure out what to do against them. And I think that is what is going to give us an edge in the game.
Into the young Latvian up mid with the eagle onto Rez. Definitely making that one look easy.
Give me one. Oh, them, yes, please, Yakinda. Popsky's a bit slow through this, and another frag for Yakinda. He is just taking this round.
Jamin the smoke maybe could have got someone, but no, Yakinder. He uses it as a bit of a distraction at least, but now he's got a 1-on-2 still to pull off. It's Shox on half health.
Shot, but Yakindar's there on the flank. He's trying to chase him in. There's multiple players. He's got them all. It's left to Malta. Just a scout in hand. 19 points of health stuck in behind Gandalf, and he's done for.
And he is well too aware of that fact. Just wants to play with the clock. So smart, so patient here.
And there come the kills, and Yakindar takes them both in the same breath.
isn't over yet. You lost
Back underway then. Virtus Pro 7, Astralis posting 8, just pipping them at the post. Their map pick. Sponge is hanging out with me, the brains of this brigade. I'll be the one making the loud noises. And Virtus Pro versus Astralis, battling off head-to-head for the first time since that StarLadder Berlin Major Final in 2019. A year and a half since we saw these two teams go head-to-head, and it's a luxury for all of us tuning in live around the world here for IEM Katowice 2021. Get the quarterfinals. Second pistol started for Train. Stussy VP on the attack. Gonna be interested to see what they pull out here once they get the weapons flowing, Chad.
Yeah, well, Sanji was influential in that first half. We might need someone else to step it up for VP here in the second.
Be good to see another Yakinda T-side. We know he's been an upgrade, especially on their T-side rounds and conversion of those aggressive maneuvers. As I hit puberty.
We've all been there.
Excuse me.
P250 is enough to force Zipex back. He didn't drop out any of his utility there, so very stoic. There are 3 players spread across the yard. Nade comes through, lick of damage. 1 point of health taken away there from Buster, that's it.
Ugh. Something intimidating about hearing those USP shots into the metal. James thinks the same. Passive hold, responsible just for the info maneuvers. And Sanji's got a smoke for that green train, so that will deny Magisk's support. Kick it with one.
Connector or front bomb.
50-second mark. Smokes will start to land. They regroup. Yakinda's out. Oh, Kikut's out of the round, though. Losing him early, that's going to slow them down. Flash is good to at least get some space. It's minimal, especially now dupreeh confirms that the bomb train is a threat. Oh, and dupreeh's done more than that. Hits another head. Sanji claws one back. Trying to keep it competitive. If they can deny the plant, it's all over. Pushing in. Zipex. James converts on the goosh. It's all on to James, though. And with 20 HP, 1 bullet or a nade will convert. Astralis posting themselves a converted pistol.
That's both pistols here. And now the discussion around Astralis a couple weeks ago was they were pretty rubbish on their pistols. They were having a hard time. Something that they've been speaking about a lot has been defining their map pool and obviously working on some of these issues, just like the pistol round. So this is exactly what you need to take map number 2 and take us all the way to Inferno. That will be map number 3 waiting in the wings. There's the opener, and there's the follow-up. So, yeah, not getting too frazzled right there, Astralis, with the smokes coming into play, just standing and hitting some big shots. VP currently look like they're operating with an eco in mind.
You can definitely tell dupreeh is responsible for the morale at times, isn't he?
Get him hyped, yeah.
Just got to keep the mojo flowing. Consistency. He's always going to be making those noises down the mic. And
okay.
what's got your grill?
They just bought in very, very late. I thought this would have been an eco from VP, but they've opted to buy in. So we've got a Scout, 2 UMPs, a MAC-10, a Galil as well. Utility is looking good. Now, it looks like they're heading straight over towards B to go for a bit of a set piece.
I mean, this is definitely going to catch them off guard, right? It's not going to be something you're going to have been anticipating. Device could not be in a more prime position to deal with anyone bursting out upper. Zipex close quarters with a MP9 as well, which should shred through any uncoordinated Ts with a tight line like that.
This is like a budget gun round.
James needs to stay alive so they can't keep probing. But being spotted is not going to do any harm.
Oh,
that will, though.
Boy, catch that. They've thrown that a couple times, Astralis. This time, lots of damage done. Sanji down to 42.
Clave's got no armor behind this. Shouldn't be an issue. His late arrival may even not require it. 45. Here comes the util. Breaking through Zipex and hoping to smoke off Device is their objective. And oh, you can't knock him off when he's already putting bullets through the smoke. Trying to play with fire here. 1 frag down. Bomb not across. Looks like they'll get the chance. Yakinda's actually flashed himself through. dupreeh, he heard it. Solved it. And looking all too easy for the Danes to close this one out now. Sanji and James up against it all. Getting hunted now as dupreeh continues to advance. It's not a favorable duel. Sanji's made it 1 though. 2-on-2 now. Gets awkward. Glaive no armor, don't forget. Needs a clean one. Finds it. Sanji up against 2. Can he be the hero of this round? He can't. It will be Device. Long range with that AUG. He does enough of the heavy lifting there.
Oof, that got very, very dicey there for a moment. Getting the bomb down, great stuff there for VP, but Astralis, they need to be thanking their lucky stars. There was a moment that one could have all completely unraveled.
Yeah, they added one to their lucky stars in Berlin.
Nice little span there from dupreeh through the smoke. This double integral, right? If dupreeh goes down, if Yakinda gets a rifle in the backlines, could have been a completely different round. But they stabilize. And with that, VP are going to continue to buy here. It's going to be an AK-47 for Yakinda. Head armor behind it. Partial purchases for the others. They're still threatening. More damage here is name of the game. They're flashing him out.
Go on, Yakinda. Let's see what you're made of. Team has faith. Let's see why. Tight line held, but it's not the AWP. It's an AUG. Might be a bit more forgiving for Yakinda's advance. He's up sandwich. He evades all of that early util and spray. And as the smokes fade, round 2, Yakinda already with the KO. Device down, re-smoking there on the bomb train. His crosshair was perfect, but
So much pressure.
miss there gives them a bit more. What are you up to? Magis through the smoke goes down. Tried to catch him off guard. Maybe someone else needs to take that AK. Yeah, James, he'll do the honors. Yakinda has cracked into the site. He's made a round out of this now.
Oh. Well, they've got space at this point,
Wait,
VP.
what's Kickit got? Oh, he's having a sniff. He hasn't gone any
he catch
further than that.
Did he see Zipex cross?
Don't think so. Would have reported it back. Ooh, a late Ivy walk for Sanji. Gifted the AK-47. He does have the Kevlar vest. Makes sense. Sanji now would have to be the hero. And bombs on James. So to get that to the A-bomb, they're going to have to break a lot of these crossfires.
Hard clear here.
Oh, good crosshair. Good clicks.
Oh,
Kickert with the click to change it all. Now the bomb can go down. I said it was a tough road to the bomb. Now it's a tough road back in. Poor old Zipex. They do call him the clutch minister. Very quiet so far here on Astralis' pick. And he's going to get played with now. So many targets. Only so little time. And in the back of the head, Sanji will
bloody
secure
hero.
it. Playing hot potato with the AK-47. It had 3 different VP hands on it across that round. And impact found. 8. VP pulling Astralis' lead back into an even keel. Look at that. 1 from Yakinda. And then seeing that swap around. Yes, he gets dunked, but Kickert with the crucial headshot.
I cannot believe that. Sanji was the man that dropped the AK, which gave it to Yakinda to make the space. He gets it back and finds the 2 kills there that were integral in winning that round. So Sanji is an absolute hero in train. VP, they're back in this one, 10-8. Guns are out.
Look at Device in the buy. It's awkward. It's scouts. It's mag 7s. And there's some pace behind VP here, really? All the way? Not just smoke and mirrors? Oh my God, Yakinda. Spanks 2 of them. That'll do nicely.
Yeah, there's no way back into this.
That's that.
And the force fight, right? Astralis were operating with peanuts as it was. They're going to have to hold on to a Mag 7, a Deagle, and a Scout, right? That's the best that they can boast to take into next round because they will have to take a save. This here was their chance to wrestle back the economy and not have to give it up. And Yakinda just runs out high ramp. They just go, oh yeah, we'll rush B. We'll just shoot you in the head. Simple as you like. And now, VP, well, 9 rounds. I don't think they're going to be going too far. They don't want to be giving away any of these AK-47s, that's for sure. Yeah, look, the details is, right, with Sanji dropping that gun across the round that they win, if he didn't get those kills, he would have got no credit for that. He's facilitating these rounds, right? And he's also doing it in style. 18 kills. He's leading the server right now. The next closest is dupreeh on the other side of things with 17. Bomb goes off. Dots on the radar above each other. Looks a bit awkward, but different verticals. And here's Yakinda. So taking out the back of bomb. Oh my God, surely that's... what are we talking about here? Is this a Zantara's peak type
This is
situation?
just muscle memory, baby. He's cleared those angles so many times, it just comes as easy as breathing.
Hoo-wee, all right. Well, Astralis, they have these 3 guns. They can operate with this, right? If we're going to paint the picture, Device gets a couple of tags with the Scout, dupreeh with a few bullets to the belly, Zipex up close and personal with the shotgun. It's definitely doable.
And for VP, we've seen their restraint. Now is the time for it. Distinct advantage for Virtus Pro, and they do win out in their duel on Ivy. Device gone, forced to watch as this could be the equalizer for Virtus Pro. Gathering their resources. This could be a big duel here, Chad. There's 3 of them. It's only pistols, not going to work out. They may not be expecting a third. Could have an element of surprise on Magisk here.
Just that USP there.
Oh, what? Yeah, I don't know what you're supposed to do with that one. dupreeh's
Worst weapon for the
Deagle.
job.
And Kickert couldn't be any more prepared. It's going to come down to timing, and yeah, good dink. Good dink. Trying to punish. Buster called upon. And there you have it, 10-10. Not a body going down against the Deagle and USPs. Back into the buy now.
All right, well, it's heating up now because Astralis will purchase on through, but one of the issues they're going to have is lack of utility.
Oof, it's tight.
Yeah, Zipex is the inner anchor, only operating with a smoke here, so that's going to make his life a living hell. Maybe they send Device over there to deal with it early. It's not a great buy, all things considered, but let's see if Astralis can make it work here. Early smokes over from VP. 5-lane E-box, just conditioning, forcing out that early utility. Kick it, making some sound cues. Zipex has already used his utility. Lining something up here is Kick It.
Nice CT nade onto his head, but oh, Dupree's been spotted out. What? Yakinda still gets it while flashed. He ate a bit of his team's utility there, now into the site. Buster out Olof. Sanji a bit more hesitant, understandably, with the bomb. It's a full commitment should he go down. This is an important duel. Oh, and it's a dink exchange. Jame lives to tell the tale. Magus gone now. This really does get difficult. Glaive's out on E-box. He's on a bit of an island. Uncertainty brewing as that Ivy player disappears. Could be pop as that 40-second mark arrives on your clock.
Glaive is everything here.
You might have to tuck in. Okay. So that's covered at least.
Oh, the timing on this.
Oh, he spots him out.
Saw the bomb? No, bomb's in main. Just Jame.
Yeah, trying to sell it. And a crucial frag. You said it was on Glaive. That's the bomb loose. They can't even trade. Oh, Glaive getting away with murder. 20 seconds. The longer he lives, the better it is. Does go down. Bomb scooped up, but a frag from Device nonetheless. Can't contest the plant. I say that with bated breath. Zipex could try. They're both tucked in. Looks good for the angle. They're both pushing in. They got it. Just need to find Buster. The spray is wild from Zipex. Knocks off the one. Just Buster, but he wins his 1v1. He knows the AWP was around Ivy. And peeking into the AWP was a mistake. 11 for Astralis. Device has time to celebrate. Right down to the 1v1, right down to the wire.
Yeah, and that was already a buy that Astralis had to scrap together, right? I was talking about lack of utility as they left spawn. No defuse kit here for Device to get that bomb. And he's back pocket and taken away. And yeah, it was Glaive, right? As soon as that bomb gets thrown in the open, you can see just how ropey it becomes for VP. VP are doing a very good job of taking limited space and then just pausing. So that's going to be threatening for Astralis as they go forward. You can see the reaction of Dupree here as they have to make this buy work, Astralis, and they don't have a lot of pennies to do so. Whereas for VP, Alex, I'm looking at the money right now. Jame hasn't bought yet. He's still got 12K. So sitting pretty right now.
You were telling me when we first started Katowice, though, that Astralis have got a tendency of top 4 finishes at these IEMs.
Yeah, this would be the first time, right, that they wouldn't be making it into that top 4. There was a bit of a pattern emerging, right? It was like third, fourth, first, third, fourth, first, third, fourth. This time, I think it was meant
Divorce
to be
beheaded died, Divorce beheaded survived.
Is that...
For any of our
okay.
history buffs that were wondering about Henry VIII's wives still.
All right. Look at this buy, Alex. 2 MP9s, one for Dupree, one for Zip. At least they have utility this time, and Magus has actually been given the AWP, so not Device. Curious to see where they want to operate with this. Magus traditionally orbs back a Green and Ivy, and it's a 5-man yard lean.
Yeesh. Gotta have balls to get out of main like that against Astralis' util and spray, but he's done it completely unscathed. Follow-up util, the second wave. Yakinda found success last time, and he's gonna try again. It's Dupree eating the flashbang and the lead. Device quick trade. Important duel for Sanji. It's Magisk. Do you really play with fire and hold the line? Nice frag, okay. Buster's out Olof. They continue to press the issue. Glaive goes down on E-box. Now a 3-on-3. This mid-round is gonna be very telling. Astralis, they are certainly on the ropes here. This is an important round to convert against the bigger picture. Don't forget VP, their coffers are full.
But look at this, right? As Zipex rotates back towards the B bomb site, he has to clear everything. They didn't have anybody watching B whatsoever. They have no idea if they've completely lost that bomb site, but Magus is taking some info back. Ivy called clear. That might facilitate a rotation.
Surely Zipex, or maybe even Device, he's going to have his work cut out for him. They're already down. Oh, and already across. James spots a glimpse of the top of the ladder.
He's gone back.
That's a fake. He showed the bomb. You
They're rotating
cheeky-
completely.
That's so naughty. Up the ladder, spot the bomb. Zipex rotates in, dumps what little he
pantsed
has.
them here.
They have truly pantsed them. Everyone in the playground points and laughs.
Oh, Magus can still unravel this.
He could.
The timing's good.
It's not bad at all. Oh, Buster has no idea. Back turned, bomb being planted, he can contest and it's loose. Kicket's got to come up clutch now. Completely destabilized. Device surely going to knock him off the plan.
Pushing.
He is. Just enough time. The
He's
miss of the USP. Oh my lord. Oh, everything up for debate in this game. Astralis, they completely ate the bait, but they pull that hook out and throw a right hook right back.
That one was tight. Very tight stuff here. You can see Buster just looking away. Magus with 2 massive kills.
It was the one position they hadn't accounted for is that late lurk hadn't cleared it towards that old bomb. You can see the element of surprise. Whoa. As soon as that frag started coming in, the bullets from behind him. Ooh. When Device misses that first USP threat, you know the entirety of Astralis just take a quick inhale.
Yeah, close your eyes, look away. All right, still on a knife's edge here. Money now slowly being whittled down for VP. These plants have been great. They buy again. The utility is great again. James still only nice, so haven't had a huge amount of impact from him.
Modest.
He's the one steering this ship, AWPing and in-game leading. And it looks like, well, the emergency button's been hit. When you can't get that space in yard, when you can't convert those rounds, you go back to a B execute. And there's 3 players from Astralis already on the B bomb site. Device rotating over, Glaive here as well. Standard setup towards the high ramp. We've seen a lot of this, the bait and switch. It's even more potent with Glaive hanging around towards the bottom of that low ramp train. Here's the utility.
They want more. Oh, Buster just gets away with a scrap of health, but it does break the crossfire they had previously established. The bait and switch, as you've established. Midas top of pop, or rather, excuse me, underneath. So any sound cues made above him will be relayed.
They still want to go for this B here, right? You can see that there's no presence on the default. They're not poking around Ivy. There's nobody in main, and Astralis right now, they're a little bit quizzical. They're pushing forward. They're clearing all off. They're making sure they're not under any attack in his Device. Third man of Glaive coming back over now. This is perfect for Astralis. They cannot lose this one. Not with 3 players here.
Not with a setup like this. Seems destined to succeed. Here they come. VP, 2, down the catwalk. Looking for space. Yakinda's bringing the bomb up cat as well. This vulnerable to the spray, but the smokes are good enough to get across. I say that. 15, yes, bomb planted. VP have managed to get into the site off the back of their utility, but this is a telling duel. 1 for 1. Still no clear advantage for either. Dupree very late. Very, very late to the party. And kits, plentiful. Dupree and Zipex providing. They don't look like they want this.
Yeah, they're calling this off.
Wow, VP, the power of that util. It looked like it was a round Astralis couldn't stomach to concede.
They had 3 players there, right? How much more do you need? When it's a B hit and you have 3 players, you know that it's likely going to be an execute right, like that, right? A way to deal with it is having more bodies closer in the site, by the coils, on the bomb train. Oh, okay. Well, that's one way to get an exit kill.
Don't think anyone else is to go down here.
All right, that was cheap. And still, knife's edge situation. And I think the reason Astralis call that off is because they're not going to get a massive loss bonus, right? They're only working with that 1400 going into this next round of play. This kill was probably it, right? If they clear kick it, they have the number advantage, then they might consider it. But the fact that they're operating at not much utility, down a man, money in the bin, they lose that round. That could have even been, you know, 3 or 4 rounds in a row for VP off the back of that. This way they get another buy. Standard utility lobbed on over from VP. This time Yakinda out again. How much more space can this kid work with?
Oh, he's so flashed.
Oh, the free
hope
fire.
for the spray. Oh, okay. Glaive playing with fire through the flames. Down to 5. Man advantage again for Astralis. To claw it back is James on the hunt. Doesn't find anything on his prowl just yet. Over the edge of the smoke could have found Glaive, but no.
This is the type of round where the extremity players, Kickit and Sanji, probably have to take a bit of a risk here.
Oh, the timing has not favoured James any time. Glaive gets that info off green. Device wants info main. There is a slight gap here. Oh, and Device has already managed to send Jane packing. This is the gap. Buster does well to jump through it. If he finds Magisk, oh, he had a Q. He had a chance. Starting to dwindle now as 13 looms. Just Sanji and the... Ooh,
I heard that.
That's info. No question as to where he's coming from, and Glaive just unloads a mag willy-nilly into the smoke. Astralis will be posting that one. That's really going to kind of put to bed any risks and fears of the finances. The CTs will have a nice little bed to lie upon.
Yeah, stabilizes them somewhat here, but VP have enough money to go for yet another buy, and this is Glaive's opening. I've been speaking about his impact and how he's making a lot of these plays. Well, there's another one, right? Taking Yakinda out of the picture within the opening few seconds of the round is huge. Buy again. So VP, it feels like they've always had a gun round in this one. Jame, of course, having an AWP. They lose this one, well, money then will be in the bin. So VP need to make sure they win this round. Otherwise, that might be map number 2. Done and dusted, as it were. Run boost cancelled. Smoke makes that a little bit difficult. Ooh, that's unconfirmed damage. Dupree chunked on down to 42 through the smoke. VP won't know how lucky they are. And standard stuff. So no main control, no pop control early, just a little bit of presence towards Ivy. Aegis can't go down without one here. They're about to take back pop control. So flash on in, Dupree, alley-ooped. Sees nobody's home. But info goes both ways. That flash tells VP that they've taken back control, and okay. Smoke might be a little bit shallow, but they're still able to use it to lurk. And a flash being set up for Sanji, Alex, this might be a problem for Magisk.
Oh, he saw him cross. His toes are there, staring. Does turn for the flash, and so an easy frag for him. Another first blood drawn. And there's more where that came from. 2 bodies hit the deck for VP. The Ivy lurk gone. They're going to have to take some riskier maneuvers, and straight through the flames is Buster in that vein. Oh, quite the choice from Kicker. He's taken back Ivy control and stopped Glaive's push.
There's only 28 seconds left. They need to get a move on if they want to go for this round here,
Oh,
VP.
Dupree can spoil it all. You can see how passive he's holding. He knows he's got that cross to the bomb on lock and key. You still have to plant, boys. 15 seconds. Dupree makes it all too clear. You have to knock him off. And even Zipex with a good line.
10 seconds.
Device is on the bomb. You can't really contest this. They're running back to main.
Pulled the plug.
Okay.
Ooh, that was the right call, but it felt like they made that way too late. Some very dicey moments there as Astralis tried their luck through the smoke, just seeing if anybody's lingering around. 3 guns saved. Yakinda can buy.
Astralis, though, they're closing in on this one. Hands around the throat. Inferno as a third map decider for this quarterfinal. Hangs in the balance of VP.
What do we think they try here? Maybe something a little bit quicker, see if you can work with some pace. Sanji onto the Deagle, but we've seen him operate with less. He has been a hero throughout this one. Same smokes again to condition.
Flashes are great. Safe passage, and oh no, Dupree gets caught by an insta-Jame drop, and he's even scavenged away an AK-47 for his troubles. Quite the upgrade for his comrade.
Okay, this is a lot of info for Magisk, though.
Look how quick they've got some pep in their step, dude. They're out upper, already dropping off. Some serious space taken. Zipex can ruin it all.
Oh.
No one is expecting this walk up. This could be the multi. Weapon in his hand, converts the first. 4 on 4. Zipex just really looking a little lost here. But the bomb is ticking in a 4v4. So much util on him as well. Smoke. Incendiary on Zipex. Glaive spotted, pushing on that right side. Kick it now responsible. Magisk has already taken him down. Getting awkward for VP. Losing players all over. Just Buster and Sanji, both from the Hall side. Smoke is there, should enable Buster for something. The spray's enough, and I think that's the round. Astralis just don't have the manpower. And there you have it, VP. They steal one away.
Oh, deep breath right there. Dicey moments.
The bomb is their best friend. In that first half, it was the retakes. Now, by courtesy of the bomb, they convert they lost everyone. 3.5k across the board. It's not going to be easy to replicate. This is how Jame opens things up for his squad.
Yeah, not faffing around with that ladder, just dropping straight on down, beating Dupree to the punch. Kicked it off with a big opening. But yeah, that's so dicey there. You're right in terms of both players being box holes. That's a nightmare versus a retake. And you can see here, just catching the blood through the smoke was Buster. Okay, well, a timeout will be taken. Lots to talk through here. This one's going to be called by VP. They know they're up against it. You're right, that 3.5, they will have to talk through how they want to make this buy work. Kickett's opted in with the Galil and Kevlar, no head armor. The CTs have no dramas buying, and they've even gone in with the AWP and AUG combo. Utility's good, kits are good. This round right here could be the difference maker. If VP pull this one out, they can take us all the way. Astralis win this. It's likely they seal the deal and close it out. Lots to talk through. They've made the buy work. Utility low. 2 Galils, 3 AKs. 3 players operating with Kevlar instead of head armor. That levels the playing field against those M4s on the field. What do you got for us, VP? Bomb straight over towards box hall. Same nades over main. Just looking and making it stay exactly the same on these defaults. The AWP is already towards B. They're playing in it. Oh, they're popping in. They're going.
Yeah, big space. Xipex's first challenge. Desperately holding W. There's so many potentials. It's going to be Glaive, though, that does fill the feed for the first. Even jiggles onto Buster for some damage. Bomb planted in the face of adversity there.
Astralis should have this. So many nades for the retake.
Yeah, it's looking like the odds are stacked against VP, and the bodies do just keep dropping. Sanji, though, backtracks. He won't be...
nah.
No, but it's planted for him, dude. It's planted for him. They didn't even have a place. And Magisk isn't ready. He was. Now on the defuse. Okay, my hopes and dreams of the Sanji 1v5 denied. And Astralis, one step closer to pulling us to Inferno.
And money's in the bin now. VP, the plant was good. You can imagine how bad their buy would be without that. But all in all, they're not able to get across the line there. They get all that control. They don't have all the utility they need. And yeah, the utility left over for Astralis, because this was so early from VP, they're just dunking on them, spamming them through the smokes. They got utility to corral them, push them where they want. And the awareness of Magus right there. Sanji gets that one. Maybe that gives Kickett a chance to go for a kill. Sanji finds another, back and forth. But it's just the Deagles, the bloody Tech 9, and a Galil.
Definitely got it stacked up against them. Astralis, a formality now to convert, and Yukinda's the first on the chopping block. With every frag, Astralis 1 foot in that third. James needs this, needs the space. Does have a little bit of an advantage in the moving duel. And actually takes the head off of Dupree, not done yet.
I can't believe Astralis are getting away with 5-man yard leans. This is the second time they've done this.
Okay, looks like he gets to be the top of the totem.
Completely negated right there by that smoke. So there's 20 seconds. Throw that one on the clock. VP are going to have to wait this out, operating with just a little bit of utility now. And time, they've been going late, they've been mixing it up, they've been going fast. Nothing just seems to be working. Finally, Xyp9x has had to rotate over towards that B bomb site. Glaive up and towards heaven. That almost seals the deal in my mind.
Yeah, especially considering where they look to finish. Astralis are in all the right places. Sanji's util's not going to do too much. Magisk plays ahead and does knock him down. Boosting over this. This is actually not a bad shout. It should be one. Oh, Glaive does go down.
Back to B. 22 seconds.
Xyp9x surely going to have his knife out.
He'll beat them there.
Okay. He'll have a HE as well. Don't forget, 2 of them are low. Could be a nasty dunk or a nasty spray.
Oh, the flash
Buster's
is
got
great.
1. They will plant in time. Maybe there is a little bit more life in Virtus Pro after all. Tucked in on Oil. It's a prime position. Kick it low may not be too much of an issue as long as Buster can just be that survival element.
This is the kill.
Found easy. Trying to claw it back, and Galili just can't cut it. Device can. 21st frag found, and Astralis will take it with ease. Ladies and gentlemen, our quarterfinal will be concluded.
Super take liars when they're superimposed, 'cause they wanna raid your dreams when you're alone. Falling down, you get back up, 'cause you are own, and you're breaking through your rivals till they know you're a warrior.
Then Armored James.
Walk through fire, try to keep your eyes closed, 'cause you wanna lie in silver for your own. Don't take liars when they're superimposed, 'cause they wanna raid your dreams when you're alone. Falling down, you get back up, 'cause you are own, and you're breaking through your rivals till they know you're a warrior. Cut through darkness, try to keep your head up, 'cause you wanna crush the claws that hold you back. Falling down, you get back up, 'cause you are own, and you're breaking through your rivals till they know you're a warrior. Walk through fire, try to keep your eyes closed, 'cause you wanna lie in silver for your own. Don't take liars when they're superimposed, 'cause they wanna raid your dreams when you're alone. Falling down, you get back up, 'cause you are own, and you're breaking through your rivals till they know you're a warrior.
Smoke on Buster to defend, and a little bit more in the utility department for Astralis. Going to be
A
interesting
lot.
to see where 3 smoke grenades and all of those flashes end up.
Bloody treasure trove of utility here. They might use a little bit early just to bait something out, but Yakinda, he's been sharp. One decoy is enough to make him think better at holding that line right there. Uses a bit of a flash maneuver, and well, there he is, James. Eyes are going to be on him. Has not shown up on map 1 or 2 here so far for VP.
And he's been one of their top performers throughout the entire tournament.
An absolute force. He's had his lowest fragging maps back-to-back in this series.
Okay, that is going to get a bit hot and heavy if they do throw that Molotov towards Nubox. Yakinda, they know where he is, or at least peppering him. The swing from Device is good enough to force the fight. The smoke does isolate, but Kickert's been caught. Zipex actually doubles up. It's on the reload. Buster can't punish. Now he can. And his chance to deny the plant. This is chaos. The smoke is
Buster.
such a favor for
delaying
him.
them.
Yeah, and Magis does push through to make space. Jame and Armored CZ, and a dream. Maybe if he found Dupree, there could have been a way in. Not anymore. Does have 12 bullets and 4 to find. It's a near impossible task.
It looked like he rolled his eyes there. He's still going to have a crack, though.
Yeah, USP makes it a little more manageable. Device doesn't need to release that crouch key, but he's hoping and praying he does. An Armor and a CZ seems like a better fate.
Yeah, not a bad thing to be carrying into round number 2 by any means, especially in a 4-on-1 retake on that B bomb site. But you can see where all that utility went. That Molotov was fantastic. It even netted Zipex the opening kill onto the site. And from there, diligent stuff. Astralis continued to spam the smokes. They weren't rushing it. They weren't just trying to get that bomb down. And this is a great start for them. Another pistol round, continuing to build. This is the problem for James. Now, I've obviously turned all the attention to him, but throughout this tournament so far, he's been putting in numbers. You know, I had a look. The least amount of kills he had until this point was 12, and he only had 4 deaths against Renegades, and that was in a 16-3 thrashing. So he didn't need to have a lot of kills in that game. The last 2 maps, his impact with the AWP, it hasn't been felt, and Inferno is a map where he's going to have a difficult time doing so, but Astralis have actually gone with a 5 SMG buy. Now, this isn't something you normally see. And
You don't normally see the hero FAMAS and armor around the Deagles, so this is a Sanji special.
Well, looks like a Boomich special, more like it, where, oh boy, Yakindistan, he cops a nade, 73 damage done to him. A lot of utility to clear out these close corners here. And of course, Astralis. They're the ones who
Yakinda's locked in here. 2 MAC-10s are going to come jumping around the corner for him. He's going to have to be precise. He actually re-aggress on the flash.
Oh, Flub nade.
Isolated, Flub nade, pushing forward regardless and gets the space. That's something for Astralis, but still with a man down. Up mid. Smoked off. James, no info.
Oh, another!
Just filled the feed for a second.
How does he get away with that? There was so much utility on Astralis as well. They didn't need to go for peaks like that. And now it's just 3 players in Banana executing into Buster and Yakinda. Another smoke to delay them. They've got mollies.
And they're going to just bound in off the flash. Okay, Buster and Yakinda set up for success. Yakinda a third. Go on, make it all. It's possible. dupreeh swings in. He's got himself a fresh mag. And one more frag.
Playing with him.
Can't quite convert, but 4 from Yakinda. The legwork is done, and dupreeh nearly turning things around with his P250. But that is a very productive scavenging mission. Everyone brings something new into their 3rd round. And VP, they turn the tables on Astralis.
That right there has to be a mistake from Astralis, not buying a single rifle going into round number 2. Sure, maybe they wanted to have a bucket load of utility, but you traditionally get at least 1 AK or a Galil or something. UMP, 4 MAC-10s, and Yakinda just peels them apart like this. The range of the FAMAS versus these SMGs. Absolute destruction right there, and now it's just the pistol upgrade as Astralis force buy back in. Light utility, couple smokes, 3 in total. Oh, Device, he's not happy with that. Yakinda immediately silenced.
The hand cannon. So potent, and so is this push. They're straight up. They are not taking no for an answer. That incendiary still ignored. Pays a bit of a blood price. Yeah, kick it. Work cut out for him now. They smoke him off. Oh, but they line up, and 2. Nearly a 4th as well. dupreeh just about weathers through. Zipex catches the first through the smoke. Chance now. They are low. But a 2-on-2. James wants to work around the smoke, but Zipex is cognizant of it. Up short as well. It's all about the timings. Buster's found 1. dupreeh.
James lost in the smoke.
He indicates exactly where he's coming from as well, but Buster holds the line. Neat, tidy 2nd for VP. Little chaos there. Zipex does well to catch the aggress, but they tidy things up.
Save the rifles as well, so we wanted to see what VP had in store for map number 3. And they're kicking this one off in style. Force buy win. They stand tall against the force buy of Astralis, and this was huge from Kicker. Look at all those chickens running out of pit. Where the hell did they come from? 3 chickens. Nice little view of that one right there. Okay, and Astralis, they want to continue to pressure this. They're going back in with another buy. dupreeh onto an AK, UMP for Glaive, couple of MAC-10s, Deagle again. They do not want to let go of this.
They are holding, jostling for control. James, he's taking a bit of an aggressive stance. He jumps straight across for that peak. There's a timer on this. 2nd mid-aggression, not going to be too quick from dupreeh.
You would be expecting an eco here if you're VP.
Oh, but Yakinda, look at this. They've actually smoked for him. I wonder if Device has a little bit of a gap on that smoke. Sanji tested. Dupree down. Device added to the list. He actually transfers. Oh, Glaive caught through the smoke. And Astralis, this jockeying for control has not worked out in their favor at all. You've invested all your schmeckles again. And now just Zipex and Magisk with armor, pistols, and a MAC-10 trying to piece this 2 versus 4 together.
VP at War, they know that this gap has been left unopen and they might just be clamping right down on it. Zipex and Magus, they're up against it right now, completely locked in.
Yikinda, his death could be the mark of an awkward gap. Buster isolated on B, and now with every passing second, paranoia as to where Magisk and Zipex are working. Utility dropped on A, 39. Sanji returns to report long quiet. 30 seconds, they can go either way.
Buster still has a smoke on the B bomb site here. If he drops that towards CT, it's perfect.
You're right, 25, gosh, that could be enough to win the round just like that.
He's about to get smoked off. He could drop one of his own.
Hasn't opted for it. They'll go for banana. The timing's going to be interesting here.
Oh, he's going to push through the smoke. You genius.
It's perfect. They have no idea, but he hasn't hit the shots, and Magic's got a chance. Smoke has arrived, but so has Sanji. He's missed his shots. Kick it in the 1v1.
He's in the smoke.
Magic doesn't contest. He gets another new lease of life, and with his nade pulled, that's the end of Kickert. Magic pulls it back for Astralis.
2 on 4.
What a turnaround. What a turnaround. They made every second count in that mid-round.
Buster made the perfect play. The absolute perfect play. Knew that they had to funnel into sight, knew that they had to clear it, and he just flubs that shot.